Hi everyone! We've been getting a lot of questions about PSI software development process. It seems that for many, this is a really important factor when selecting a software partner to work with, and I wanted to share a little bit about how and why we follow the process that we've implemented at PSI. Oftentimes you'll hear someone say we follow the Agile or V model or waterfall methodology. And well, if you're looking for a clear definition of what we do, it's this. We take a hybrid approach to the V model and Agile methodology, essentially taking the best of each and merging them together to form our 5-phased approach. Our 5 phases are pretty traditional in that we start with planning, then design, development, testing, and finally maintenance. Our approach is fairly heavy on the front side, meaning that we take extra care to plan and design before diving into development. Why is planning so important? There's not a one-size-fits-all approach to every software development project. We need to take the time to understand what your goals are. From product and software requirements to your business drivers, we get a 360-degree view of your project and can accurately assess where your starting point is. Some projects come to us with existing code and project materials like documentation, and others come to us with simply an idea looking to make it a reality. During the planning phase, we can identify the activities that you need to complete to get your software to production and come up with a cost estimate and timeline for completion. After planning, we can move into our design phase. This phase takes into account your product requirements and needs. Oftentimes, we'll start by meeting with various project stakeholders to develop software requirements and get everyone's sign-off. It's important to complete this early in the project because it helps focus development and testing, and when done efficiently, reduces the need for out-of-scope changes and rework in later phases. The output of this phase is sound software design documentation, like a software requirement specification or software architectural design specification. Depending what else your project requires, it could include a risk analysis or FMECA document and any other document that was determined to be necessary during the phase 0 or the planning phase. We'll conclude the design phase with a design review, being extra thorough to make sure that all stakeholders are on the same page and agree on a path to move forward to development. Without a design phase and focusing in on software requirements, development can get messy. That's why we pay so much attention to planning and designing up front. Development then becomes a breeze, and this is where you start to make up on time, schedule, and cost. After the software requirement specification is signed off on by all parties, this really becomes the project's guide or Bible, if you will. Our software engineers use the requirement specification to engineer the system as it was designed. This eliminates ad hoc development and ensures that all engineering efforts are focused on the functions and features that the software system requires. During this phase, you can expect various sprint releases. The quantity of sprint releases depends on the extent and depth of development. And this is where the agile aspect of the hybrid development process that we use comes into play. We're able to work on multiple aspects of the project during the development phase, and this reduces the time that may be otherwise spent waiting on other engineering disciplines, for example, hardware or electrical components. Throughout development, we incorporate several value-adding tools and practices to help save time in testing and maintenance in later phases. This may include developing automated unit tests to using tools that incorporate DevOps, such as static analysis, automated builds, code coverage, and continuous integration, as well as configuration management and source control. At the conclusion of our development phase, our clients have all software development sprint releases, updated documentation, and a sound software test or verification plan to execute in the next phase. Which brings us to testing. The testing phase is focused on verifying that your software system works out as it was designed and confirming that all software requirements have been developed, implemented, and are functioning as intended. The software test protocol that was developed in earlier phases will be executed during this testing phase. After the test protocol is fully executed, you'll receive a test execution report. Software validation increases the usability and reliability of a product, resulting in decreased failure rates, even fewer recalls and corrective actions, less risk, and reduced liability. Software validation can also reduce long-term costs by making it easier and less costly to reliably modify software and revalidate software changes. After testing is complete and all stakeholders agree that software deliverables have been met, this really concludes the software engineering process. At this point in time, after all financial obligations have been met, our clients own the code to their software system. We don't hold any rights so that you can do what you wish with the source code that you receive. Beyond testing, we do view support and maintenance as the 5th phase in this process. Software maintenance can represent a very large percentage of the total cost of software over its entire lifecycle. However, our development process aims to keep maintenance as minimal as necessary. Your software system is designed with the intent that you, the source code owner, can maintain and manage the code without any assistance. Of course, if software engineering and coding skills are outside of your wheelhouse, we're always happy to help continue assisting you with maintenance and support. We hope that this helps you better understand our software engineering process, at least at a high level. Of course, each and every project is unique, so we may focus more heavily in one phase than another depending on what your needs are. If you're eager to kick off your project, we're here to help. Please contact us if you have any questions or to get started. We're looking forward to hearing from you.